Hello and welcome to Insights. This is Hari Kumar. It's a truth that despite being praised lavishly for its developments on human development front, Kerala is often portrayed as an investor hostile destination. And there is some truth in it also. Often the trade unions in Kerala are portrayed as villains or as the reason for the challenges faced by investors. But are they the only factors, or is there anybody else who creates challenges to the investing community? Let us discuss. Recently also Kerala media reported about a one-man protest by an investor named Shajimon before Manyur Panchayat in Kottayam district, where he started a venture investing around rupees 30 crore. The person Shajimon's protest attracted attention of not only media, and it attracted the attention of state government also. A few ministers intervened, and recently a truce has been brought about. But here, the people who were behind, or the people who created challenges for Shajimon, are not trade union people. This is simply the bureaucracy. The bureaucracy wanted bribes from Shajimon, who was not willing to give them what they demanded. And he informed the vigilance, and they set a trap, and eventually the officials who demanded bribe were arrested. And this created a bad blood between the investor and the bureaucracy, who were hell-bent on creating trouble. And they refused to give registration to the new venture, and that was the problem. A few years ago, another investor, Sajan, who was also an NRI, tried to build a convention center in Kannur, and he was also faced with the same situation. Unfortunately, he was not able to protest effectively and get a solution, and he committed suicide. So we see that in these two investors, they were making or starting a venture costing around rupees 30 crore, and both faced similar situation. Both were refused registration by local authorities, and the fact is that officials were behind both these incidents, corrupt officials. And if we examine closely, if we get to the bottom of many issues, when investors face umpteen challenges, we find that the real reason is not trade union. The trade union protests or demands of trade unions leading to closure of industrial houses have happened in Kerala. But of late, if you look into various issues that have been reported by the media, they were not caused by trade unions, they were caused by a mafia. So, mafias are the elephant in the room in Kerala, which we refuse to name. How these mafias formed and what sustains them? What is the real reason for the investor hostile situation in Kerala? Why the situation continues despite the intervention of the state government, including the CPIM leader Pinarayi Vijayan? Let us get to the bottom of the issue with an impartial mind. The fact about, if we analyze the real reasons behind the hostility faced or the challenges faced by investors in Kerala, we find that the real reason is the mafias operating in many areas. Mafias operate across Kerala, across different sectors, right from Kannur to Thiruvananthapuram. How these mafias are formed? If you look into the rise of mafias in Kerala, my opinion is that it is almost similar to the rise of mafia in Italy. In Italy, what led to the formation of mafias was the fall of feudalism and the rise of a new order. And the private armies of the feudalists, maintained by feudalists, they transformed into mafias. Similarly, in Kerala, political parties used to be cadre based, especially the Communist Party. Those cadres, when they lost focus on ideology, all the political parties in Kerala, including CPIM, have lost focus on ideology. And when they transformed, the power groups transformed into mafias. These mafias include officials, trade union activists, politicians, and also people from other areas, including maybe journalists, maybe policemen, then people from even intelligentsia also are part of it. So political parties, in fact, they have to depend on mafias for their existence in many places. But this is because of, or this is why, despite the state government taking some initiatives to bring in investors, challenges to investors have not disappeared or even reduced in many parts of the state, because political parties depend on these mafias. These mafias are, of course, the most powerful in Communist Party or among the leftists. But it will be a travesty of truth to say that these mafias are totally absent in Congress or BJP. Such mafias operate there also. When political parties lost focus on ideology, the committed cadres of political parties, they formed power groups. They are already they are an organized group, and they got an opportunity and they formed power groups. These mafias, like the mafias that operate in Western countries, they offer protection, or it is like a brotherhood. It operates like a brotherhood. They offer protection to those who fall in their group, or those who happen to join their brotherhood, or those who happen to approach them for money. It is the illegal wealth, it is the corruption that exists in the Kerala society that gives rise to mafia. When feudalism ended in Kerala, along with the feudalism, agriculture also started disappearing. And at present, agriculture has totally disappeared from Kerala. If you look at the acreage of paddy cultivation in Kerala, it has been reduced to almost 1/8. It was more than 8 lakh hectares once, and it could be something around 1.5 lakh hectares now. The state doesn't have any industries also. What is going on here is money from, or remittance money coming from outside, and trading. So land has become an investment instrument. All these are favorable for formation of mafias. So the illegal trade in Kerala, like gold, then money laundering, then the illegal trade of land, the bribe and corruption money, all these are supporting, they have created an ecosystem of mafias. Unlike Western mafias, there is no single big mafia operating in Kerala. Maybe if you are very particular to name one, maybe one which has got the patronage of CPIM will be the biggest. But that doesn't mean all other political parties are sincere and honest. There are mafias supported by other political parties also. So what happened eventually is that Kerala is under the grip of a mafia. If you go to an office, they demand bribe. If you want a transaction, if you want to sell your land, they will demand a protection money. It is named differently. Unlike the hafta or protection money demanded by the underworld once in Mumbai, it may not be called hafta in Kerala, it is simply called bribe. If you take a contract, for example, if you are a road contractor then also you have to pay the money. So in this ecosystem, you have officials, you have politicians, you have local musclemen, you have even journalists and other influential people in the society. So everybody accepts the reality. In your fiefdom, you pay money and you get services. When somebody else approaches you for any service, you demand money from them. So this mafia survives in Kerala. Actually, it is not the trade unions which have made Kerala an investor hostile destination. It is those mafias which operate in the state that made Kerala an investment hostile destination. And to end that, a lot of willpower has to rise. And it is simply not possible with the present political setup. It can happen only when there is a radical change in Kerala politics. And it is unlikely to happen because mafias have penetrated each and every section of the society. But we need to identify them, we need to name them and shame them. Then only there will be some norms. If we continue blaming trade unions, actually we are groping in the dark. The real enemy is different. In fact, except for manual laborers, all other workers in Kerala are paid less than other parts in the state. It is easy for any investor to hire and fire people in Kerala. It's a misnomer that there is job security in Kerala. In many areas, people are not paid. For example, in trading houses, the people are paid meager sums. Even if you look at the IT industry, Kerala is the least paid. That is why people from Kerala escape to foreign countries and neighboring states, because this is the lowest paid destination. So this is a testimony to the fact that trade union movement is very weak in Kerala, and it is not trade unions that cause trouble to investors. It is the mafias, and it is in the interests of mafia that we blame trade unions, because they want to divert our eye to an unknown enemy so that they remain elusive from our eyes. This is what is happening in Kerala. If we want to bring investment to Kerala, if we want to make Kerala an investment friendly destination, if we want Kerala to develop, then we need to control these mafias. We need to end corruption. Somebody needs to bell the cat. Till then, they will continue to be all powerful. That's all for today. Meet you with another topic next week. Till then, goodbye and namaskaram.